Hi, this is the וכבד וכבד לשון אנוכי station. I am reading from the top of page 21. The cutouts from the page are in the video. Vayomer Moshe el Hashem, Bi Hashem, Lo ish devarim anochi, ... The end of the pasuk says, Ki chvad peh uchvad lashon anochi. So the question that we're asking here, remember, we kind of left this phrase down here untranslated. The question we're asking is, Lama amar Moshe shehu chvad peh uchvad lashon. Why does Moshe say that he's, as we translated, slow of tongue, slow of speech? What is Moshe exactly? The first idea that we're going to read together is the idea of Rabbeinu Bachai. Rabbeinu Bachai says the following. Moshe amar shehu chvad peh uchvad lashon. Moshe says, I am chvad peh, I am chvad lashon. Why? Ki hayta lo ba'aya b'peh uvelashon. He had a problem with his mouth, a problem with his lashon, a problem with his tongue. Hu lo diber yafeh ubaror. He had a problem. He didn't speak well. He didn't speak baror. Baror means clearly. He didn't speak well. He didn't speak clearly. Lachein hu chashav shehu lo mat'im ledaber im melech Mitzrayim. Since he didn't speak well, since he didn't speak clearly, he thought shehu lo matim, he thought he was not fitting, he's not suitable, ledaber im melech Mitzrayim, to speak with the king of Mitzrayim. Let's review. What is the idea that Rabbeinu Bachai says? Rabbeinu Bachai says Moshe had a speech problem. Moshe had a problem with his mouth, a problem with his tongue. Therefore, he did not speak clearly. Since he didn't speak clearly from this speech problem, he said, I'm not a good candidate to speak to Paro. Let's read. The next opinion is the opinion of the Midrash HaGadol. The Midrash HaGadol says the following. Anachnu yodim shemoshe yada ledaber yafeh. It's not that Moshe couldn't speak well. We know Moshe knew how to speak well. We know that. How do we know that? Ki hu limed et ha'am Torah. He was the Torah teacher of Bnei Yisrael. He taught the whole nation Torah. It's not possible that he didn't know how to speak well. What was the problem, though? Aval Moshe amar shehu chvad peh uchvad lashon ki hu haya ish anav me'od. Moshe says, I am slow to speaking. I have a problem because hu haya ish anav me'od. What does ish anav me'od mean? Moshe was extremely modest. He was a humble man. And since he was so humble, v'chashav shehu lo medaber maspik yafeh k'dei ledaber el melech Mitzrayim. Midrash HaGadol says we know that Moshe knew how to speak well. He taught everyone Torah. It's just that he was so humble. Moshe thought, shehu lo medaber maspik yafeh. Moshe thought, I don't speak well enough to speak to the Melech of Mitzrayim. It's not that I can't speak at all. It's that I don't speak well enough. Let's review what the Midrash HaGadol says. Midrash HaGadol says, we know that Moshe spoke well. He taught Torah. That can't be the problem. What could be the problem? Well, Moshe was very humble. And what was it? He felt like he didn't speak well enough. It's not that he didn't know how to speak. He said, I bet there's someone that can speak better than me and can talk to Paro. The last idea is the idea of the Rashbam. The Rashbam says the following. Moshe lo zachar eich ledaber basafa hamitzrit. Moshe did not, hu lo zachar. Moshe did not remember how to speak the Egyptian language. Ki avru harbe shanim me'az shehu barach mitzrayim. Because a lot of time passed from when he left to Mitzrayim. Remember, he was in Midian. He had a whole life in Midian. Moshe saying, I don't remember the language. I haven't been in the land to speak the language. Lachain, Moshe amar shehu chvad peh uchvad lashon. Therefore Moshe says, I don't speak well because I don't speak that language well. Hu chashav shemisha ba ledaber im hamelech. Moshe thought the person that's going to speak to the melech sarich ledaber heitev basafa shel hamelech should definitely be someone that speaks the language of the king better than I do. Let's review. What is Moshe saying when he says chvad peh uchvad lashon? According to the Rashbam, Moshe says, I've been out of Mitzrayim for a really long time, and he doesn't know the language as well anymore. Choose someone that knows the language better than me.